Three, two, one. Welcome to Fate and Comics. And when I hit the play button, man, Bishop disappeared. Welcome, guys. We're waiting for my friend and brother, Bishop DM Williams, to go back online. He's giving StreamYard is giving him a hard time, which is so weird. So before we start, wait, not that. We're in the road to 1K, and I have 633 subscribers. Thanks, guys, for subscribing. And Bishop has 255 or 54 subscribers. Yes. Before anything else, like, subscribe, and share this channel before something wild happens again, like it's happening now. So we wait for Bishop, and before that, we're this stream is in loving memory of our friend, our mentor, our Mikey Sutton. He he's the scooper supreme, and we all miss him. Okay, Bishop is having is getting is getting long to return to the wow. He's rebooting his cell phone, and well, the show must go on. So let's pray. Our Bible verse for today is from Luke 1:37. For nothing will be impossible with God. That's why I know Bishop will return. Nothing is impossible with God. Our somehow we're this is a testing. This is a test for a faith test for each one of us, especially me and Bishop. And yep, wow. Faith and Comics started more than a year ago as an act of faith that we can do streaming with the topics we love, from scriptures, from comic books, from comic book movies, films, TV series, and others. This is weird. So, I'm gonna invite people. Wait, I'm still waiting for Bishop to come. And I'm gonna message him. Where are you? Anyway, this will be probably a short stream because if Bishop doesn't return, I'll just discuss a few items. Number one, uh, I watched the first two episodes of The Terminal List Dark Wolf on Amazon, and it's good. They aired the first three episodes, so I'll be watching episode number three when I finish the stream. Bishop said, I'm trying to come back in StreamYard, and its StreamYard is being a bitch. Yeah, StreamYard is being a bitch. All right. Now, this stars the guy who played John Carter. Yeah. And he played Gambit on X-Men Origins Wolverine. He played in Battleship. Yeah, but also Chris Pratt is in this series. We have Zod Writer in the chat. Hi, Zod. Uh, Bishop was kicked out by StreamYard again. Kneel before Zod, guys. Papow. And yep. I enjoyed this kinds of series, action. And all right, here is we have Zod Writer and Bishop online. What? Okay. Welcome to Executive Bench. All right.
Hello, gentlemen.
Yes, hello. Bishop has always been kicked out by
Yeah, I don't know
StreamYard.
if you guys can hear me.
I can hear when you're here.
We can hear
Oh,
you, but
I
it sounds like you're
StreamYard.
on the verge of being kicked out again, dude.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like, for real.
yeah.
I hate StreamYard. So
You
bad.
you should you should
Oh, and hey
fix your
everybody.
phone. You should fix your phone,
Oh,
man.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, How are you guys? So I already posted the scripture. Nothing is
Mm-hmm.
impossible. Yes, and I
Amen.
already showed Mikey Sutton tribute.
Yes, yes,
Yes, he's
absolutely.
dead. And of course, the first topic was the Terminal List Dark Wolf. It's the prequel to the Terminal List that I watched during the pandemic, which is
Mm-hmm.
it's a good movie. A movie. It's a good series, and we have Zod now, who is busy with
Very.
promoting One Punch Dan.
Yes, sir.
How is it? How
It
is it?
is. It is. I've been busy, like you said. I'm working on the movie and then promoting the movie, and I dropped a new teaser trailer today, and
Yeah, I loved it.
it's
I loved it.
Hi, Sin Havoc. Well,
What up?
well,
because
well.
I'm basically editing the I'm basically in the process of editing the final fight of the film. So
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
cool.
We saw. I saw something. The I think it's a promo, or will you put it in the movie? The one with Izage versus One Punch Dan.
Oh yeah. I told you all I need is one punch. Yeah, that's the. And I
Yeah,
told you, fear
the
me.
idea is that the world is looking at One Punch Dan and Isage like they're two gladiators. It's almost like you know everybody has everybody picks their side. Everybody has who the hero that they're rooting for. And for some people, it's One Punch Dan, and for some people, it's Isage. So the world has made a spectacle of the two of them. So the two of them
yeah,
fighting would almost
Hmm.
be like a would almost be the equivalent of like a pay-per-view event, like a Mike Tyson fight or a UFC fight or something like that would almost be the equivalent of that to that world, because in that world that's all anybody is thinking about. They're constantly being bombarded, like the term that the president's people like to use, flood the zone. It's like you're constantly thinking about what's going on between the champions of Earth and Isage. It's this constant tug of war. It's this constant struggle. So when the two of them get together, that's why in the little trailer you have the guy saying, "Place your bets," because it's
place your bets.
literally something
Right,
that people can do.
right.
They literally can place their bets on that fight. You can literally have, and that's what I was trying to show with the scene in the street where she asked the couple, who do you think is going to win? And the guy says he thinks it's going to end in the draw, and then the girl says that it's that Isage is going to clean the pavement with one punch Dan, because that's how passionate people are. Like, people either believe one way or the other, or they may kind of like both for different, just like modern politics. You may believe one thing, or you may believe the other, or you may like a little bit of both. You might like this candidate more, but you prefer the policies over here. So everybody has like a differential. Everybody has that, but everybody has that middle ground where they say, well, I prefer this over that, but I like a little bit of this. So that's what the movie is essentially showing by that big fight between them at the end. Yeah, it's a
Hmm.
serious fight, but it's also something that the world is making a big deal out of. The world is making it bigger than it is. The world, well,
Yeah,
not bigger than it is, but making it more of a spectacle, almost like it's entertainment. They're not
Right.
taking it to mean like, it's really serious in the sense that it has real world implications, but it's actually
They're
a
caught up in the spectacle of it.
right. It's a spectacle.
yes,
It's like you're seeing your two. It's like seeing two favorite boxers or UFC fighters or politicians
Hmm.
go at it in a debate. It's something that it gets into the nature of society, where people like to have somebody to cheer for one way or the other. So that's what it is. And it's essentially being built up as this big thing. I'll show you guys after the show. I got
yeah,
this. I got
Hmm.
some stuff where I'm really trying to build it up and make it look like and actually show you guys like the pay-per-view nature
ha,
of the way
Oh, cool.
of the way it's being built. Because literally, I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I don't know if I'm gonna go that far, but I literally have two broadcasters commentating during the fight as though as though it's like a boxing match, and they're trying to like. I mean, and it's really something. I mean, I just as I was editing it together, that's what I was thinking. I was
That's
editing it together today,
That's gonna be so
between yesterday today, and I was thinking exactly that. Like, I could really make this into something to like show like that the world is so the way the world show this from the perspective of Isage and One Punch Dan, how serious it is to them, but then just show how the world is looking at
is
it.
reacting to it. Yeah.
And from the perspective of the world, it's a fight between two titans, like a fight between two boxers.
and the concept of One Punch Dan versus Isuge is not black and white, good versus evil. It's deeper than that. That's what
Yeah.
I noticed when I was re- viewing your reviews.
Yeah,
It's
it really is. Yeah, it's much deeper than that. It's nothing like that. It transcends all of those things you mentioned. It's
yeah.
essentially to the world, though. The world is looking at it like, who's my favorite fighter? I'm
Right. But it's
choosing.
Yes,
actually a story about redemption.
Right. Isage is my hero. Well, no, One Punch Dan's my hero. So it's sort of like you and so that's what I've been trying to show all throughout the movie with the media, with the way that the media is showcasing what's happening and how the media is always reporting on what's happening with the champions of Earth, or when somebody gets captured, or when somebody is about to fight, like when they sent Bishop off to fight the Psy Menace and all these different things. The reason why the media is so tapped into it is because it's literally entertainment for the masses. They're treating it
Right.
as
yes,
entertainment, even though they know that it has real world implications. It's almost like the world is coping with these real world situations by turning it into entertainment.
yeah. It's
And
like
you know what?
reality based in truth. Yeah,
Yeah. It's like it's also like a statement saying something about, how mass media influences a lot of things, you know,
Yep.
how they can create narratives and sway
Yep.
opinions.
It's a narrative. 1,000%. It's a narrative.
Hmm.
It's but who do you and it's like that's why they're always on the street asking, well, who do you support? Like, how do you feel about One Punch Dad, or how do you feel about Isage? And it's all this stuff. And because what the movie basically comes down to at its core is it's about how the world perceives these people. It's not
Exactly.
about what it's not about. It's just like in real life. It's not about what really is going on. It's not about the actual truth. It's about people's perception. Because
yeah.
if you believe,
Yeah.
Propaganda, as
because if
Sin
you
Havoc said.
right, if you believe something to
Exactly.
be a certain way, you're going to believe in that because that's your conviction and that's what you believe in. And nobody can tell you different, even if you have truth to back you up. Truth doesn't matter because we live in a post-truth world where what you believe is more important than what is actually true. It doesn't really matter.
Well, see, that's because everybody likes to live in their own truth now instead of the truth.
Right, and you're right because that's exactly what you hear people say.
I
Well, that's
agree with
my,
Sin Havoc.
that's my truth. That's my truth.
Perception is reality.
Well, what your
Right.
truth is not going to be my truth or Bishop's truth or
My
Or the
Guitar's
truth.
truth.
truth. Or the truth exactly because they always. You ever notice how? And I was taught this as a child that there's always two sides to every story, and then there's the
Yes,
truth, right?
Hmm.
and
yes,
Hmm.
and and that and that and that holds true to this day. That's always how it is. There's always good and bad on both sides, and then there's the truth always falls somewhere in the middle. And life has always been like that. it's not as black and white as people make it out to be. But my idea here is that, yeah, this world is seeing the two of them as gladiators and making it into entertainment to cope with the broader implications of what's really going on.
Right. They're not looking about the world domination or the
The rule
earth
of
scorching the
three.
earth.
No,
You know.
no,
Scorch earth.
they don't even know. The real world, the material world doesn't knows nothing about the spirituality and the war between heaven and hell. They don't know anything about that. That's not what this is
Mhm.
about to them. To them,
Yeah.
it's just surface level entertainment. You know, I like Issa Gay
Exactly.
because she looks cool. She's
She's
clad in
all
black and
all
she's
in
got
black.
glowing blue eyes and she's just a badass. And I like One Punch Dan because he's standing up to her, you know, to her desire to rule the planet or to take over the planet or whatever she wants
Right.
to do. And
And
what you're
he's
going to
like,
find out,
everybody's everyday man. His regular everyday Joe. You know,
yeah,
so people, that's why people relate to him too.
It's
You
yep,
know.
all about the motivation. What
Hmm.
motivates Izage to do what she does? What motivates the superheroes to do what they do?
oh yeah, because
Right.
you guys are all doing your thing in this movie, and it's sort of, and it's not about, and really for a lot of the heroes in the movie, it's the same way as it is for the world in that they all have their truth. They all have their truth as to why they're doing what they're doing. But then there's also the truth, and there's characters in this movie that actually know what the truth is. One of them, which
Right.
is Bishop, and one of them is Qatar. The two people on this panel. Your characters, both in the story, know what's going on. You're well aware. It is not that it's to you. It is bigger. It is big. Like in the one
Yes.
scene in the movie where you're talking to your brother Marcel, and he wants you to go, return to the church and all that. And that one scene, and
Yes,
that one scene
that was
speaks
cool.
so many volumes because that one scene shows that that it shows how sick of the hypocrisy and the BS of organized religion that Bishop is. Bishop is so sick of the
Hmm.
BS, so sick of the propaganda, so sick of the false narratives, so
Hmm.
tired of it all, and he calls it out. He is not. It's not something that, and it's because Bishop is very much aware of what's actually going on. This is why Bishop is one of the
Hmm.
best characters in the film because
Oh, thank you.
he's very much aware of what the real world implications are, what the real spiritual implications are of what's
Hmm.
actually going on. That's why when you fight the Psy Menace and you say those words, you don't belong here. You know,
Hmm.
you're talking to him like he's a demon, he's a creature not
Because
of
that's
this
what he
realm,
is.
and you're making it plain that you know exactly what he is and why he exists and why he's here and why you
Hmm.
have to try and send him back to wherever he came from. And to me, that just goes to show. But not every character is in tune like that because not every character chooses to be that way. And
Hmm.
and
True.
again, that's what it all means. Like Qatar, you were enlightened the moment you started rubbing the orb. I know we like to joke about that scene,
Rabbit, the
but
town,
but the
rabbit.
Rab,
reality is once
rab,
you
rab,
started doing that,
rab the orb.
you experienced the essence of what it was, where you were, so what it was to you. And it's like you
Yeah,
know
you got it.
your relationship with Isage is just the icing on the cake because for you all of it is being done in
Hi,
service
Sergeant.
of a higher calling, of a greater cause. And
And
he's
another
another
thing,
one that understands,
and another
like
and
you.
and another thing, Zod, is that because he came in contact with the orb, which is pure spiritual power that you can hold in your hand. When he came in contact with Isage, he can sense that connection between the two.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He can
Because now that power is within him as well, just like it is
exactly.
just like it's with her. So
Hmm.
Yes.
their connection is stronger than either of the two characters actually fully realize that the
Right.
reason they are so attracted to each other, the reason they're so enamored with each other, it's not just because they're too uh they're too they're attracted to each other physically or whatever. It's not just because of that, but it's because of they have a very, very strong spiritual bond that they themselves don't fully understand yet. And
Exactly.
that's what makes it so compelling, the relationship between those two characters, which is why I love it so much, because it's
It's
such a
so good,
because
man. It's so good.
it opens up so many layers. It's going to open up so many different forms of interpretation and things that people are going to have when they actually see this on film, and they're going to understand, and they're going to look at it, and it's going to be interesting to see what people come
Perceive it.
away with, and how
Yeah.
and literally how they perceive all of this. But I
Yeah.
Yeah.
want I want it to be seen, when we show things from the eyes of the media, and we show things from the eyes of the world, that they do not see it as a spiritual war,
Hmm.
because they don't understand spirituality,
Hmm.
and they never will. It's not about that for them,
Hmm.
even if they do
Hmm.
understand it. So
Hmm.
that's that's going to be one of the biggest things. And so the idea of billing the fight between Isage and One Punch Dan as like a fight night kind of scenario is huge, because that's exactly the way the world's going to be looking at it. The world is going to want to see something like that.
Hmm.
That's why you get all the
Yes.
commercials. That's why you get all the commercials, advertising, about choosing your side, and whoever
Hmm.
whoever you like. And, it's kind of like, because everybody wants a hero to rally behind.
And you
Yeah.
know what? And it's another thing. Like for me, being a bishop and things, and understanding what the word is foretelling and has foretold. The whole choosing sides thing is really important for nowadays, because for those who are choosing sides,
Uh oh.
Oh boy.
What happened? Yeah.
and it's
Oh boy.
important for everybody to start really buckling down and understanding that these the last days, and that you're going to meet your maker soon. He's coming back, and you have to pick a side. Are you going to be here on this earth and do everything that the world does, or are you going to be set apart and sanctified and be in that narrow, and like I always talk about, going through them narrow gates? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That lead to righteousness. Are you going to be in that group? Because the other side is going to be busting over. You know what I'm saying? So you need to pick a side, and that kind of hints to that in this movie, and that's at least that's what I get out of it and stuff.
That's why
And I know it wasn't intentional for that connection to be for you for whatever, but that's how it comes out. That's how the movie evolved.
the process of sanctification is very important
Hmm.
for our salvation.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. And you got to be very careful of what you put in your ear gates and your eye gates. That's what it says in the word.
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
of
because things have
course.
spirits attached to them. People don't understand that. The spirits are real. Demons are real, and they do attach themselves to things, people, places, and things. Okay,
Of yes.
that's why it's
I
not good to
believe that.
sleep. That's why it's not good to sleep with a lot of people. I know, it's a normal thing nowadays and everything, but it's not good. It's a bit, what I'm saying, it's not good, because we weren't meant for that. We were meant to find a partner and cleave unto them.
And
But
speaking of that, did
yeah.
you watch the first episode of Peacemaker?
Oh my God, yes. I saw that
And
travesty of a piece of, ooh, y'all lucky I'm trying to
man,
stop cussing.
yeah,
Well, I mean, the less said about that, the better. But
yes,
but the but
Disgusting.
I mean, because when you speak, you're because on the one hand you're speaking about sanctification and all these
Sanctification, yes.
Right.
sanctification and all these spiritual
Right.
things, and then in the same breath, you're literally taking a walk into the den of iniquity. So that's
Yes.
that's essentially
Yes.
what you're getting. So, like I say,
Hmm.
the least we spend, the least amount of time that we spend talking about that show, the better off we'll be, because there is nothing,
Yes.
to me,
Yes.
there is nothing redeeming about it
Nothing.
whatsoever. It is literally just straight X-rated trash being
Yes.
peddled to the
To the
masses.
masses.
It's basically
And
hardcore
aimed towards
X-rated.
kids.
Yeah, it's hardcore X-rated pornography aimed at children being cosplaying as a superhero show. It's
Exactly.
terrible. I mean, it's the worst kind of thing. And the fact that Warner Brothers allows this to
Hmm.
continue and to be representative of what they want DC to be speaks volumes. It makes me
Yes.
very,
Hmm.
very happy that I'm making a One Punch Dance cinematic universe, because this
Yes.
Yes.
type of crap that we're seeing, here's the thing. And the problem too, the biggest problem I have with Peacemaker, it's not that, you know, it would be bad if you're showing a relationship between two consensual adults and it actually means something to the story. But
Yes, you
Gunn
did, Sam.
just throws things into the story just for shock value, just for the sheer purpose of being able to do it because he wants to do it. And it doesn't make any sense. I would say
They're
say
edgelords.
there
What
is
can
I
you
would say
expect?
there is no story. There is no story there. It's just complete and utter garbage. I mean, you want to talk about propaganda? That is propaganda.
That
And if
is
we, and if we weren't on,
propaganda.
and if we weren't on YouTube, I would go a little deeper. But if I'm gonna if
Right.
I don't want to say this on live on air, because I think that I don't think that it would be good for your I don't think it'd be good for your channel to say this on air. But I
Yeah.
also but I also truly believe that we have reached a point where if if people don't step in, I believe at this point DC as a brand is damaged beyond repair. And I don't
D-
If
think
they
that
don't step in, yeah.
that I don't think that just removing James Gunn at this point would be enough. I think they would literally have to
Our
uh,
total
sell
restructure.
the sell the company, restructure completely, and get completely new people at the top, all the way to the
All the
bottom,
way to the
because
bottom. From
there is no redeeming DC at this
yes.
point, especially
no.
the direction
At
that
this
they're going.
point, we're experiencing the cinematic version of the DC implosion. It's happening in the comics, it's happening in the movies. Yeah,
Hmm.
they're
Yeah, it's just it was when I
messing
looked
with everything.
when I watched that, I was like, it was like within the first few minutes of the show. It wasn't that deep in it was. I'm like, really? Are you serious? It was totally gratuitous and unnecessary. There was no reason for that scene to be in that show at all.
True.
He could have just
Did nothing
it
for the
would have been
story.
more.
It didn't.
What would have been more realistic if he would have just had like a random hookup with somebody. That would have been more
Yeah.
realistic than what they showed. Because in all
Yes.
honesty, there was nothing. The story was not served in any way. You could literally cut that part out, and it would have
Yes.
no bearing whatsoever on
At
the rest of
all.
the
It
story.
had nothing to do with the whole storyline. First of all, before that, he spent about 15 to 20 minutes running around in his drawers. Listen, look, don't nobody want to see you running around in your drawers. Boy, please listen. It it was just it was so
And I don't know if you noticed this, Bishop, but John Cena's underwear was especially tight around the butt cheeks.
Did you notice that?
I
Yeah,
didn't notice
they
that.
cupped him very nicely, very nicely.
I was like, why is he wearing tidy whities for 15 minutes? Like
Yes,
I don't
Yes,
understand like what are we supposed to get from this? And James Gunn was going out of his way to constantly focus in on John Cena's butt. Like it was some kind of like it was
because
some
that's
kind of
what
like
he
beacon of
likes.
like it was some kind of beacon of hope for him. And I don't
Yes.
get it. Like I
he's such a gay
Now,
pervert.
see, if I was like I was back in the days, and see, I wouldn't have minded that at all. As a matter of fact, I would have celebrated it. But
What?
thank God I'm not that same person anymore. It was
Yes,
just, and I knew, and it was so obvious what he was doing. It was on purpose, in your face, on purpose. Just,
yeah,
I'm, you got people in the background, men with men, women with women, women with men, people being bent over. It was
his
just people
initiation.
giving head, people
Yeah,
riding and do. I'm like, are you serious? When you just made it a point to tell everybody that raggedy ass, no good ass Superman movie that you made was directly connected to Peacemaker's new show, and you had to watch the show in order to continue with the storyline.
hi, Dark Plato.
When you geared that movie to the children, so that means you wanted the children to come on over there to Peacemaker and see that.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
There's no doubt about it that it's being geared for. It's almost like you're trying to normalize it in some way,
yes,
like you're trying to tell children that it's
it's
okay,
okay.
that it's acceptable, that it's the way things are. It's very very disconcerting and disturbing.
yes.
Yes,
And
It's
I
just,
disturbing.
personally, if I were paying for HBO Max, and if I were a dad, I probably would have canceled HBO Max out of anger and
yes,
frustration,
absolutely.
and at least called into WB to complain, because it really is. I would not be surprised if Warner Brothers faces a lawsuit from this. I would not. I would not.
Somebody,
It would
oh, they're
not
gonna.
surprise me
Haven't they getting?
in the least.
Haven't they been getting? Hey, Doris, haven't they been giving like getting some a whole lot of backlash over that?
Well, they
Yes,
should be,
they have
because Gunn is the one who won't shut his mouth and keeps promoting
this kind of
Peacemaker
shit.
like it's the
Second coming.
direct follow up to Superman. So of course you're going to have kids that are going to want to watch it regardless.
Yeah,
He know what he's doing, and it's this, and with his
it's
history,
disgusting.
Yeah,
it's awful.
that makes it even worse that it's his that it's with his history, that as we know it
Hey,
to be
Sergeant.
as spotty and as ridiculous as his history is, you would think that this guy would be kind of low key about all his kinks and his craziness, but
But he doesn't care.
ultimately all he does is double. No, but what he does is he actually doubles down. Like I
Yeah,
mean,
He
it's not
does.
even
you know why? Because it's the atmosphere of the way the world is today. Now everybody's sexualized. Everything is sexualized with all the LGBTQIA ABC, all them people, and then you got everybody's just do what you want to do. It's nothing but hedonism. You got the older folks doing the hedonism, so of course they don't care. They're
Yeah.
not even paying attention to what the kids are doing. Okay, that's why you got books in school that's talking about Marty's first boyfriend. Excuse me, my
Yeah.
5-year-old child do not need to know nothing about Marty and what the hell Marty and his boyfriend is doing. No, we don't know. They don't need to know none of that. Okay, who
Well,
well,
cares that Tracy got a girlfriend? That's not that little 5-year-old child's business. That's a 5-year-old child.
yes.
See what I'm
It's
saying? Everything is just wild now.
disappointing.
well, I'm sure Marty Pluta in the One Punch Dan movie has
Yeah,
Has a
Yeah, I'm
boyfriend.
pretty
Maybe
sure he
has a
does.
boy
I'm pretty
has a
sure.
boyfriend. Maybe we'll explore that in a scene or two. But I honestly feel like there's a lot. When it comes to DC, there's a lot of. I mean, there has to be somebody to answer for this, and I don't think that I don't know how Zaslav is tolerating this
Correct.
at all. I don't
he
know how
doesn't care,
I
man.
don't but I don't know how anybody on the board of directors or the stockholders. I don't know how any of these people are tolerating this because it's not doing well. It's not like it's overly successful. So what is?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I don't
we still have
understand. Like,
YouTube numbers for Peacemaker season 2. YouTube numbers, man.
well, I don't
Hmm.
know. Isn't there a new episode supposed to be a new episode tonight? I don't
Of
Haven't
Peacemaker,
watched it.
I think
of
so.
Peacemaker. I don't know. I thought there's supposed to be a new
I
episode, but
haven't watched it
I'm not. But
because I
I'm
don't
not. I'm not
wanna
in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry to watch it though.
I'm
I'll tell
gonna
you the
watch
truth.
it because I'm gonna. You got to keep an eye on what the enemy is doing. You got to keep an eye on what people are actually doing and what they're being fed. And
I
that mess.
remember when the Creature Commandos was airing, I didn't
Oh, I just
watch it.
couldn't watch that no more.
I didn't watch it immediately. I
The
watched it
first episode
when
I watched and I couldn't watch any more of it because I'm like, this is a cartoon. And I'm like, what am I supposed to be getting out of this? It was just totally uninteresting. It was not funny. It was not good. It was not. And the main character
Blake
in that
Bishop.
in Creature Commandos also was running around for 15 minutes in his drawers.
Yeah,
Not to
he did.
mention,
But for,
not to mention, he was sleeping with an underage girl too,
yes, and
Hi,
not to mention
Daniel's
he
Hot
was.
Topic.
It was Daniel's hot topic.
and there was also necrophilia going
I was
on in
just
that.
about to say that. Yeah, it was a dead woman.
Yeah,
That I mean, come on now, something's
Yeah.
just.
Well,
Mm-mm.
bestiality, necrophilia, and all those stuff that nerds want to watch.
I mean,
Those
it
crazy,
makes you,
creepy
it makes
nerds.
you wonder. Yeah, the crazy, creepy types, I guess.
The ones that
It
used to
does.
sit there and just play Dungeons and Dragons for hours on end. Them, by themselves.
Yeah, by
Like,
themselves
okay.
in their room or in their basement.
In the basement,
Uh,
which was their room.
in the
Yeah.
basement, in the
Yeah, I
basement.
mean that's where the term basement dwellers came from. I mean, for real.
Bishop, you have a
I have a
time
time
machine.
machine. Fix
Fix
this.
this.
Well, it's kind of broke right now. I need a new quantum crystal.
Ah,
I'm gonna go on over there to Themyscira and see if my auntie got one because I am the first man for Themyscira. You know that, right? Okay, all
yeah,
right.
we know that.
Oh, okay. I just have to remind y'all every now and then. Jason Prince. That's right.
I'm actually
Mm.
surprised that Supergirl wasn't a part of that debauchery that was going on in the first episode of Peacemaker season 2.
Yeah,
So
I saw the review of James Gunn's Superman. I agree with the new Supergirl is a moron. She is responsible, disrespectful. Why did they move her? Did they make her like this?
because I like Kara Zor-El. I like her character, and they made her into a drunken whore, and I don't understand that. It's just.
Actually, if you remember the post credit scene of Aquaman 2, was it
Mm,
Aquaman 2 or the Flash, where he Aquaman fell in a puddle? It's the same. James
Yeah, yeah.
Gunn's
yeah,
idea.
It's James.
James
It's
Gunn's
James.
yeah,
idea.
yeah. That was his. Yeah,
James Gunn did that. James Gunn did that. James Gunn was responsible for all the stupid things we saw in the Flash.
Yeah, those are the effects of the notes, the gun notes that we've been we've been
no. See,
seeing.
Put that last one up about the boys again,
Okay, the
because
boys. Is
yeah, what it says.
Gunn trying to make this more like the boys,
But now, see
according
the
to.
boys. See with the boys, you know what you're going to get with the boys because you know that if,
Yes,
if you know the boys' lore, they got it. They nailed it right on the head. That's the boys kind of stuff. And you would expect that out of the boys. But this is DC. He's supposed to represent Superman is supposed to represent truth, justice, and the American way. Damn it! And you're not supposed to be on the other side to have Peacemaker sitting up in an orgy. It's just not appropriate.
Daniels said she comes into the fortress, doesn't even say hello, Superman, or hello, Clark.
Right.
How's my dog? She no, she comes in the way. Where's my dog? Creepy.
Creepy.
And then she walks away saying, "Thanks to for taking care of my dog, bitch." What the fuck?
But first of all, the first of all, see, that's what I'm talking about. The James Gunn has no logic. Okay, now the reason why she supposedly was drunk, right, was because she goes to planets in solar systems that have a red sun, which means she's weak, so she can get drunk. How are you still drunk when you come to a planet with a yellow sun and you still drunk? That's impossible. You're a supergirl.
Yeah, thank you for watching my dog, bitch.
Right. And then why would you blow through the side of the mountain anyways when you can just come through the front door? You know where it is. I'm pretty sure that's not the first time you've been there before. So why would you do that? It just makes no sense and it's stupid and it's dumb and so is James Gunn. Ooh, I
Yeah.
can't wait for One Punch Man.
That's right.
Was
See,
34 of D at the orgy?
no that 34 of
No.
D was not. Y'all go get off my girl.
Come on, Dart. Dart. Oh my God, Dart. No. No.
34 of D.
34 of D.
Tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix Victoria's Secret.
I agree that the yellow sun radiation would have burned the alcohol out of her
I-
system.
exactly. By the time she got in the atmosphere, by the time she got in the galaxy, before she even got to Earth, before she even got when she got in the solar system, it would have burned her off before she even got to Earth. So how
Yeah,
you
well,
still drunk?
James Gunn doesn't know how to write.
Because James Gunn he's a little troll with white hair and looking like oh I'm not gonna go off on him. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice.
Yeah, you be
I'm gonna be
nice. You be
nice.
nice.
I'm gonna be nice. I can't stand him. I don't like people like that. It's just like you just want to do what you want to do because you think it's funny. But people are trying to tell you it's not. You're not funny.
You're not
Okay, you
funny.
made us giggle a couple of times in the Guardians of the Galaxy. I love all the movies except for the third. I like the third one too, except for parts of it. But I enjoyed those movies. And I enjoyed them for what they were. But you cannot do that to the DC universe. These people over here are
Yeah, that's
serious.
what I mean.
Batman is serious.
They
Wonder
did
Woman is
the Dark
serious.
Knight Returns in comics, but it wasn't that
Listen,
edge lordy.
I mean, listen. But Wonder Woman is serious. Like I'm saying, Superman is serious. The lore behind these characters is serious. Okay,
True.
you got to come with your good game when you talking. That's why Zach was so successful with what he was doing. And if they would have let him alone and let him do and let him rock the way he was supposed to, oh, we would have a cinematic universe right now that would be outrageous.
So this is what I pick up from comicbookmovie.com. James Gunn on possibly casting Chris Pratt as Batman.
Oh my lord.
Speculated.
I
Wow.
I said this a long time that a long time ago, and people thought I was
Yeah,
goofy for saying it, but I believe I said it on one of the streams that that me and one of the I don't get it streams that me and Alpha Pass A Pass used to do, and I mentioned that I thought that I would not be surprised if James Gunn cast Chris Pratt as
Chris
Batman.
Pratt as Batman.
But
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
what? He is nothing. He is not a Bruce Wayne, and he is not a Batman. He do not fit that character. That's just crazy. He's too fat for once. I know he's been in shape and stuff, but yeah, now he could probably work out and do all that and stuff. But
I was
he,
excited when I heard that Henry Cavill was possibly the DCU Batman. But we all know that George Clooney is Batman.
uh, I would have been happier with George Clooney. I
People
really
said
would have.
that about Affleck. Yeah,
I would have been more. I would have been more satisfied with George Clooney than Chris
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt.
He's
Well,
Star Lord,
well,
for
like I
God's
said,
sake.
it's like I said, every fear
we're having
that every sensible DC fan had about James Gunn taking over
it's
back when it was
happening.
first announced, it's all happening. It's all true. Everything that we feared was going to happen is exactly what's happening with this guy, for
So
sure.
what? Who he's gonna have? Meg Ryan as Wonder Woman? I mean, come on now.
I would say that if he could, he would cast his wife, but since his wife already has a role, uh, that the rumor is that that's the reason why Peacemaker uh, is still going because
Yes,
he didn't want to get rid of Peacemaker because he was keeping his wife employed with that show. So he figured out a way to to make it work where he could still do Peacemaker even with the new universe. So
I saw
that's
you
what
saying Havoc. I'm sorry.
that's what I
Go
heard.
ahead. Yeah, I hear you saying. I hear you. It's gonna be Donna, and it's gonna be somebody ridiculous that's gonna be playing Donna.
Yep.
And she's
yeah.
not Wonder Woman. She's Wonder Girl. What is going
She's
on? And
Troya actually.
she's got that
She's
too.
she's Troya.
And it's just crazy. It's gonna be crazy. She's gonna be wearing a thong most of the time. Watch.
Peacemaker is all about the woman. Oh,
Hmm.
I see.
That suit that if it is gonna be Donna Troy, I promise you that onesie that she wears is gonna be so tight. You you gonna know what religion she is, what she ate for breakfast. She you you talking about some about
Yeah,
34 of the
30.
watch. Because we know how 7 of 9 was up, baby. They gave her a corset, boy, but she them girls were sitting up there in the air. Just imagine what James
Yeah,
Gunn gonna do. It's gonna be
James Gunn
ridiculous.
is really
The
sick.
poor girl playing Wonder Girl ain't gonna be able to move. She ain't gonna be able to move because it's gonna be so tight.
Yeah, one can
Oh,
only hope.
yeah. And look
Man,
the way, just think about it. Look at the way he did Hawk Girl. Now imagine Wonder Woman. I mean, Wonder Girl, according to Sin
hi
Havoc.
chubby. Chubby
What up,
Teddy is
Chubby?
in the chat.
What's up, Chubby? Good to see you, man.
Yes, thanks for coming through.
Snyder Bros. All right. Thank you for joining the
I mean,
chat.
my thing is it's not even about being a Snyder bro at this point. It goes
Yeah,
beyond. It's
Yeah,
gone
this is way
beyond
past
that.
that.
Now it's just a general DC decency thing. Now it's not even about Snyder. It's just
And yeah,
the
this ain't got nothing to
normal.
do with Snyder. It's just, I mean, That this a whole other thing. It's just it's a matter of taste. It's a matter of couth. It's a matter of treating the properties with respect that they're supposed to have, and he's not doing any of it.
We're also excited for the multiverse, Daniel. I hope they can do justice to it.
Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, it's all about the studio. You're right about that. This is
Man,
crazy.
yep, it's
It's
crazy.
just it's insane. James just and he won't take the
Sell the
hint.
Snyder, sell Snyderverse.
Restore. Hate to say it.
Hate to say it, but I may
Uh,
have to watch Peacemaker just to for research. Yeah,
yeah, you
you
do.
will.
You do. And when you do, you're gonna be disgusted.
Subscribe to Daniel's Hot Topics, guys. He's in
Yes,
my
yes, yes.
YouTube channel. And yes,
All
Sin
right.
Havoc is correct. The restore hashtag are still blacklisted and banned. Sell is
Hmm.
the only way. Yep.
That's right.
And did you notice how they totally erase uh, the ending
The
of
Justice League,
Peacemaker, yeah, the Justice League, and they replace it with the Justice
the
Gang.
Justice Gang, they punk
Yeah,
asses.
I
Excuse my
know.
language. I can't stand them.
Chubby said, "Gun and saffron, nothing is sacred to those fools. It blows my mind that they are the Hollywood darlings, but Hollywood is a creepy place."
Well, they're the only Hollywood darlings of DC and Warner Brothers.
Retcon confirmed, and I want a sequel of The Flash. A sequel could be a way better, and I want to see Michael Keaton Batman again. Earth
Th-
89.
that was
The
very
key.
cool too. That part of the movie was very cool.
Yeah,
I
well,
enjoy Flash a lot, but you can see where it went wrong towards the end.
yeah. In the end, the Hamadaverse
Kicked in
You
got.
know, again, I can't. I'll never be able to give the Flash a pass because James Gunn had his fingers all up in
all
it, and
in it.
now we know that for a fact. So I'll never be
Yeah,
able
Yeah,
to forgive that movie because
it's
the
revealed.
potential, the potential of how great the Flash movie could have been
that could have been.
is unbelievable.
It was so, and there were sick points in the movie. There were sick points in the movie, but it just, like you said, Zod, you can see his grubby little fingers all in it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we
just
wait
make you
with.
want to.
We still are waiting, Chubby, for ZSJL to be sold somewhere.
Yes, not necessarily. I'm still supporting, selling to Netflix thing too, but right at this moment, I just want him to go somewhere just to
Right,
get done.
right, exactly, and the fact that it was announced what Zack Snyder's next film is going to be tells you
Hmm.
tells you pretty much everything you need to know about where we are as far as that goes. As of right now, Warner
Hmm.
Brothers is stupidly
Hmm.
continuing to double down with James Gunn, and it makes no sense.
Because I know it's gonna happen.
Doesn't make sense,
Because
actually.
it's too
No,
many people that want it to happen.
doesn't make sense when they did that to Zack Snyder.
Hmm.
They should have let Zack finish his storyline.
Yep.
No, but they got shook. Oh, it's too dark. It's too gritty. It's too thick.
Dark and gritty was everything that the Dark Knight Returns was, Watchmen
Yeah.
was, and
Yes.
in a sense,
What about all
Kingdom Come.
The Blade
That was
movies
dark.
back in the day,
Yeah,
the Blade movies, the Ghost Rider movies,
of
you know
course.
what I'm saying? The things like that, the superhero movies back
The
then,
nerds
everything had a serious
kicked in.
tone. Yeah, the ones that
The
had more
nerds,
serious tones were, more successful.
yeah,
You
the
know,
nerds kicked in, which is weird. So weird,
I mean, look at the
man.
difference between um, Batman, Batman Returns, and Batman and Robin. Exactly.
Exactly.
Holy metal, Batman! What? There's
But
holes in
Snyderverse
the
were
metal.
not four quadrant movies. What
There's
the
holes
hell
in
is
the
a
metal.
four
Do you remember
quadrant
that?
movie? What the hell is that?
Yeah,
The video.
Oh, someone sent
The
since
Robert
sent
Reliable.
Robert Meyer Burnett video.
You send me
Hmm.
so many videos. I forgot which one.
I think that was new wave
I
of
don't know if I saw
movies.
that one.
Zach is so busy with his movies, down to earth stories, and we could be facing a revival of Zack Snyder.
Yeah, and they're trying to. It seems like this little narrative they're trying to spin out. They're trying to say that
Correct, correct.
Zach is like kind of done with the superhero movies and stuff like that. Like he wants to move on to more grounded things and all these things and stuff. If Zach had the chance,
well, even
listen.
if even if that were true, and that's just even if let's say that is deep down that's what Zach wants to do. If that's how
Mm,
Zach feels, Zach would say that himself. He doesn't need
exactly,
people to come out and speak for him, and that's the part that the media always forgets when they try to push this stupid narrative on us. The reason nobody buys into it is because Zach himself is not coming out saying that. Zach himself is coming out saying the opposite, that if he had the opportunity, he would finish what he started. He said that multiple times already. So anytime there's a narrative that comes out that tries to make it seem like he is not going to do it, it just makes the person trying to spread that narrative look like an idiot because Zach himself has debunked it multiple times.
exactly, exactly.
I mean, I don't, I wouldn't, I honestly, to tell you the truth, would not begrudge the man if that's how he truly felt. But it would also
I
be
mean, yeah,
on him to say that and to let the fans know, hey guys, I'm moving on. I'm gonna do my own thing now. I want to do more grounded movies, whatever. If that's how he feels, he can say that, and his fans will respect him for that. But
exactly.
again, it's a very different story when you have all these other people coming out trying to speak for this guy or writing articles trying to put words in his mouth and trying to make it spin things to make it seem like he's implying one thing when he's actually saying another. So to me, that's the reason why it's a big problem. And I think and honestly, yeah, it was announced his next film is The Last Photograph. They're talking about the casting and all that. So maybe
Hmm.
right now he still isn't going to be able to do anything currently. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that it won't still eventually happen or that it can't still eventually happen. And I believe that it will eventually happen at some point down the line. I just don't know how soon it'll be because of the way things are going. I think this company is destined to run DC into the ground as far as they possibly can. And then it's going to be up to another company to swoop in and pick up the pieces and try to rebuild. But I don't think we're going
Hmm.
to get anything as long as it stays a gun and saffron
This is what
situation.
Sin Havoc sent me. The Matrix, as it is a different point of view.
Hmm.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
it's so
Yeah.
weird that we're stuck with James Gunn. so weird.
Yeah, it's almost universally what nobody freaking wants. I mean, almost everybody can universally agree outside of a few gun
Ah,
creepos. Almost everybody can universally agree that Gunn was the wrong man for this job. Period.
Yeah.
Whether they liked
F1
Superman or
has
not.
surpassed
I mean,
Superman in the
it's
box office. That's true. Read that book, guys.
read
According to
that book.
Sin.
I'll check it out, Sin Havoc. Don't worry.
Yeah, when I'll check it
Uh,
out too. I'll go look. I'll catch it and read it too.
Yeah, just
yeah, Daniel,
get an
Batman
audiobook
Returns is a
version and
good
listen to it. And
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Was a good. I think Safrod and Gunn
Saffron.
are going to turn on each other. The power struggle will happen.
I don't really think there's going to be time for them to turn on each other.
Uh,
I think what's going to
uh-uh.
happen is I think the
Their contract
shareholders,
is about to end.
yeah, their contract is about to expire, and if anything, I think they just won't.
Yeah.
Their I don't think their stuff will get. I just don't think their stuff will get renewed. I think they'll just let their contract play out, and that'll be it. They just won't renew it, and then uh, these Warner Brothers is going to end up getting bought out by somebody. I heard the rumor that it's Paramount right now that's really interested in
Mm,
acquiring them, and I don't know how
mm,
good that would be because
Paramount Picture,
Paramount's
yes.
not in the greatest shape themselves. So I don't know,
right.
but but at this point, anything would be an upgrade over James Gunn, and I don't say that lightly. I just don't think. I think James Gunn got in over his head, and he is only doing the kinds of
Yes.
things that he knows how to do. And this is
Yeah.
why you're getting all of this sick and twisted humor because this is his wheelhouse. This is what he's into. So
Safran is
I
on his
mean,
way
but
out.
come on now. I mean, but come on now. This kind of humor we used to see when we were teenagers, like Porky's
that's
and all that
exactly
kind of
good.
stuff.
But see, remember, but what you already know, Bishop, is that this is a man who never matured beyond
Yeah.
that level of you
Yeah.
know what he likes.
Shoot.
That's the stuff he's always liked, and that's the kind of stuff that he continues. I mean, remember, this is a guy that came from trauma, which made some of the most disgusting and most
Yeah. Trauma
distasteful
is
and horribly offensive movies you could imagine. So
Yeah.
that's
It's
why
like he has arrested development.
yeah, he does, and that's why we're in this situation right now because he doesn't know how to make anything else. He wouldn't know how to make a serious, competent Superman movie if it bit him in John Cena's tidy whities for real.
I mean, he seems like the type of guy like if somebody pull a booger out their nose and stuff, he'll sit there and laugh for about 3 hours.
He'll want to film it. He'll be like,
Right.
wait, let me get my camera for when you get ready to pull the next booger out. I want to make sure I get that. I want to make sure I get a zoom in shot, and he'll
Like,
use it
dude.
in a
I
as a
have no
peacemaker
idea,
scene.
Daniel. It's
Let me see. Sure.
still new to me.
No, I haven't heard about that one.
It probably won't happen because James Gunn wants to be the center of attention
Yeah. He
for
wants
the
to be
Yes.
whole
the
thing.
center,
It's all
So
about
the
him.
center of the DC
You see what he
universe.
did to the Penguin? The Penguin was the best thing they put out.
the
And
Penguin
you
was
see what he
also
did.
the most successful thing they've put out in a long
Yep.
time, and
And he
they
put the
Yes.
and
kibosh
The
on it
penguin
real quick.
the penguin was even better than the Batman who walks.
Yeah, what do you mean the
Sleepwalk.
Batman who walks slowly? Yeah, him. The Batman that
Actually,
takes 5 minutes to
sleepwalks.
get across. Yeah, the Batman that takes 7 minutes to get across a small room. Yeah,
Yes.
the Batman that's supposed to be silent in the shadows, but you can hear him coming 5 minutes before he get there with them. Everything's rattling and clinking and I'm like, what? Oh,
yeah,
don't get me started on
El
the Batman.
Rata.
is this supposed to be Batman or Freddy Krueger? Because Freddy Krueger has more tact than this Batman.
Yeah, Freddy
My
will creep
God,
up on you quicker than him. I
and
mean,
Freddy, it'll be creepy and it'll be scary when you hear him coming.
Oh, this is what
Whereas
is gonna
Batman,
happen.
it's just a joke.
Kevin
Yes.
Smith ain't directing anything for James Gunn, especially when with Kevin Smith being denied the Schumacher cut release. Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
yeah, thank you, Sin
Hmm.
Havoc. That makes so much sense because
Yep.
Kevin Smith was heavily campaigning for that. So,
What you
you
mean is
know,
It
going to
already
bomb?
bombs, Daniel.
it,
It already bombed.
it's already blew the hell up. It's gone.
El Rata La Rata.
Rata la rata. Okay.
Okay, it's
Okay.
yeah. I feel asleep 5 times watching Batman.
I was talking to Zod the other day. I was like, the Batman is the only comic book movie, the only one that I've ever seen in my life, where halfway through I was looking at the clock and asking myself, well, how long is this damn movie? That's the only movie, the comic book movie that I've ever done that with. Because I was wondering, I'm like,
Actually, I fell asleep watching Batman '89 on my sixth rewatch. I
you were tired. I mean, that's different.
Yeah, it's
I was wide awake,
number
and
six.
it's just
The Batman. I fell asleep with the Batman on my first watch. I mean, like, what the hell?
it's
yeah,
I,
I
I
fell asleep. I fell asleep trying to watch it too the first time. I was like, my God, this is horrible.
I didn't fall asleep. I was just annoyed. I
Batman
was
and
annoyed and I was
Like
bored.
Robin,
I
a
said,
different kind
for
of
me,
Batman.
it is the cure for insomnia, man. When I'm struggling to sleep, I turn that sucker on and I am off to bed within minutes of that thing starting. It is
Now see,
so boring.
I'm too
Yeah.
opinionated to be bored. See, I had to to fall asleep because I was getting pissed off. Because I'm like, okay, why does the Riddler look like Scarecrow? Okay, how come Batman doesn't know Spanish? How come? Okay, and then I'm like, okay, where's the Catwoman going? Then I'm like, okay, how you jump down into a pile of guns and everybody shooting you point blank and you don't get messed up, but at the end of the movie you got shot
Sin
once
is
and then
right.
Catwoman had to come and
Superman
save you.
and L is a flop.
Yes, it is. And then what the pièce de résistance was when he walked up to the iceberg lounge and knocked on the door. When in the hell have you ever in comic books or on movies or television have you ever seen him knock at the door of the iceberg lounge?
Personally, I think they miscast David Cornsweet as Superman. It's
He had potential. He
no.
had potential. It's just it's what they gave him. It's just they made him into a wuss.
Yeah.
I could have whooped his ass.
Yeah.
Everybody
J.K.
else did.
J.K. Rowling is looking for a new studio. She's gonna
I
pull
mean,
out the Harry Potter universe.
oh Lord, here she go.
Man,
But I mean, why couldn't I? Everybody else did. He spent 98% of the movie with his face in the ground or being dragged or being punched or being swung or being tackled.
yeah. Well,
It,
Tolkien is looking for other options. I mean, like uh, Ring of Power is not Tolkien.
Ring of Fire. Oh, okay.
Bishop
Y'all talking
versus
to the Hobbit.
Superman L. Yeah.
Oh, baby. Bishop, what? He ain't ready for that. We both in blue, but my blue is better. He ain't ready for that. He don't want that smoke. He don't want that holy smoke. He don't want it. See, his power comes from Krypton and the sun. Mine come from God. You wonder who gonna win. 24 D versus Bishop. That's not. I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even fight my girl. I wouldn't. Uh. I just let her whoop my behind. I would. I sure would.
Zod, make this happen.
Oh boy.
Nah, don't listen to them people. Don't let them get you all pumped up. Don't do
Yeah,
it. Don't do it. 7 to 9
man.
was vicious.
It's amazing how the topics we have has a life of its own.
That's why I love our faith in comics people. These are people right here.
Yep.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
Bishop is due for a spanking.
Uh-uh. And who gonna spank me? Uh,
Spank me.
who? I say who?
Ow.
Mm, who gonna spank me? Come on over here. You might walk over here, but you're going away with a limp. I'm telling you. Come on.
Mm.
Anyway, so what else should we discuss? Man, oh man.
Oh,
Remember to
we can.
watch, to stand by for One Punch Man.
I was about to say we can always talk about One Punch Man.
Yeah, we can always talk about. Did you
Yo,
did you see Corin Sweat's audition? No.
no.
I hate him
Mm-mm.
as Superman, actually. I don't like him
You
as
do?
he's shouting and
Okay, yeah.
he
He a
cannot
little
carry
over
a
emotional.
line. He
He's
can't carry a line. He's not Superman. He's not even Superboy.
Well,
ooh,
his audition for Superman was a lot better than his performance in the movie because his audition for for Superman was him taking the character seriously. I don't think he realized just how much James Gunn was going to bastardize things
yes.
and not take it seriously because if he would have played Superman the way he played him in the audition, I think that would have been a much better performance, and I think people would be
Corin
looking at
Sweat's
him a lot more
audition was limited
favorably.
to passing as Cavill.
Well, that's
Maybe
the whole reason why he was hired.
that's the whole
That's the
point.
that's the whole reason why he was
Even
hired
though
to be.
James Gunn tried really hard to make him not look like Cavill, and I think he succeeded because I don't think he really
No,
eh, in some
he's not.
in some angles he kind of gave kind of favored him a little bit. I see what he was trying to
His
do. He,
Ultraman is more Cavill
yeah, the
than
Ultraman
JK.
looked at. Oh yeah, Ultraman really looked at like him. I'm like, okay,
Gun is really Gun
but
pissed me
see,
off.
the whole reason why he did that because I know y'all say he didn't, but to a lot of us he did favor Cavill, and the reason why he did that was it was like he was throwing shade at the fans like ha ha you ain't got Cavill, that kind of thing.
2018, they conned us since 2018, right?
Hmm.
Yep.
Was mentioning high. Yeah, they've been playing this for a while.
And I
Hmm.
think the Warner people knew about this.
Hmm. They just got their wires crossed up with the whole Cavill's back thing.
Well,
They got the yeah, got
I
their
I,
wires
I
crossed.
like Black Adam because of that.
I love that movie. I love Black Adam. That movie is sick to me. I love it. It was done
Yeah.
very well.
Hey, later, Sergeant.
All
Yeah.
right,
Take care.
Sergeant. Thanks for coming through, man.
Yeah. Kevin
Mm-hmm.
Tujihara and Ronald Mayer. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Those were
That's
the
crazy.
guys.
I would have
or
if they would have let things be. That universe would have been sick, especially with the Rock coming into it. That would have been so sick.
yeah, that would have been sick.
It
It's
really would have.
we could have seen we could have seen Black Adam
Black
versus Superman.
Black Adam versus the Justice League. Okay, because Black Adam he ain't nothing to mess with when he really mad. You see, and he's a magical being, and
Of course.
Superman is susceptible to magic.
Yes, he is. The Zod Writer show, The Coron Sweat
Hmm.
Conspiracy, is one of the best Zod Writer shows, and not just because I had
Plenty of
plenty of
zingers.
zingers.
Oh, it was definitely, it definitely is. I appreciate that. I still think to this day it is one of the best ones I ever did. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. So
Yes.
we're nearing the end of the show. Thank you guys
Okay.
for being here, especially the chat room. Thank you
Yeah,
for
man. We have
yeah,
an
thank you
awesome chat.
for watching. Yep, and see you in 2 weeks, right? See you in
Yes, sir.
September. Wow,
Yes,
it's
sir.
already
Yes, sir.
September. The
I know,
next
right?
Fate and Comics will be on September 11 in the US, September 12 in the Philippines.
All right. All
Yeah,
right.
Cool.
Absolutely.
yeah. Anyway,
Absolutely.
see you guys later. I'm gonna switch off the show in five, four, three. Wait.
Peace.
Remember, nerds, sell is the only way. I don't, I don't get it. Later, guys.
Later.
Now.
Later.
Yeah.